Good morning, this is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com. Welcome to my pre-market game plan for the major future indices, gold and oil for today, Monday. It is April 10th and it is little after 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to start with YM, and as you can see, this mini index has been trading in a range for quite some time, actually for more than 2 weeks. The levels that have been established throughout this period are 20,450, and the high point of the range is 20,828. The overnight support resistance levels for YM, first off, are 20,576 for support, and resistance, overnight resistance, is at 20,660. Unless we break this area, and it's going to be a cushion area between 670 and 700, I'm going to be relatively neutral on the day. So I'm not going to initiate any trades as the price is hovering in this very choppy range, to say the least. So the price is right now trying to establish a little bit of an uptrend after a steeper pullback and after this prior low has been taken out. So what that means is that I'm going to be waiting for this 660 area to break out to the upper side into 20,700 and then pull back, and I'm looking for an area of 20,660 or 20,650 in order to continue long. If we break below 580, most probably we would visit 20,550. However, we are still in a very strong trend. We're still maintaining and keeping this very strong trend. So for that reason, I'm not going to be bearish at this point unless we break below this whole range area at 450. So relatively neutral for YM. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 mini index. And we are trading in the same range, and the overnight support level is 2350, and the overnight resistance level is 2359. So we have been trading in a moderately tight range throughout the overnight session. The test is going to be over 2360. If we break above 2360, we may have a chance of continuing higher to this high that we have established last week on Wednesday of 2375. If we break below, again, any pullback will be considered viable until this support range is being taken out at 2336. So until then, I'm not going to be bearish. After a first breach of this number, we will have to evaluate and see how the price is reacting in this area, and only then we can become bearish. As of this point, we're trading again in the S&P 500 index future in a moderately very tight range that is not really conducive of a good risk reward trade at this point. So really high risk in trading right now. And let's take a look at NQ, and this is the mini NASDAQ. And the mini NASDAQ is also basing first overnight level of support is at 54.16, and the overnight resistance is 54.35. So not a lot of room for even a bounce to the upside or a drop to the downside here. We have a very tight range. You can see that the price is residing below the moving averages right here. So the moving averages are carrying a lot of weight and putting a lot of selling pressure at this point at the price. We have a high that was created last week on Wednesday of 54.81, which is also an all-time high, a yearly high as well. 54.80 is going to be the breaking point for the upside. If we clear this area throughout the day today, 54.37 area, we will look to be bullish for a continuation, most probably into this 54.81. Other than that, we are not going to look either to the upside or the downside. One other thing before I move on into oil is I wanted to mention that we are going to start earnings season. This is going to bring more buying pressure, more selling pressure. It's going to be the catalyst behind the moves that we may have in the market through the end of the week. Also, keep in mind that we have a short trading week. We have bank holiday that is on Friday. So keep that in mind. Markets might remain sideways. Okay, so let's move on to gold. And gold, well, gold is the only one that is looking a little bit tradable at this point. In terms of that, it is breaking these overnight lows at 1253, and it's having a continuation lower. The next support level is 1246, 1245. At this point, this area right here, the 1246 area, if this area is going to be breached, then we should continue even lower, and we have room to continue all the way to 1240, 1235, 1232 area. However, if we continue to the upside, and if we're going to find buyers at the 1245, we can actually look for a bounce, and the target is going to be to 1250 and 1251, 1253 for this area. So we can look moderately, I would say, aggressive for a trade in gold throughout the day today. Also, let's take a look at oil and see how oil is shaping up this morning. And these are the hourly charts once again. Oil creating a high at $53. You can see that we had a huge spike in price on Friday that actually traded above a daily resistance level, and the market, the CL oil pulled back to 5150 area, and then it created this V type of pivot here that created this volatility for the upside. $53, we still have room to move into the $55 area, and for just going to bring very quickly the daily chart up. These are the void areas. The first obstacle was taken out at 53. I'm sorry, 5250. 53 is where we're trading right now, and we still have room to continue higher to 5370, 5380, and then continuation possibly higher into 5450, and even 55 from this all-time high that was actually at the beginning of the year, January 3rd. Keep in mind that the indices, although the indices may look relatively sloppy, I'm going to be looking for trades in gold and most probably oil for the day. So this is going to be my major focus today. As of right now, the way these charts are shaping up, we have oil that is extended to the upside, reaching a prior resistance area, trying to digest the prior high. So we are expecting a pullback. If the pullback should occur, I would like a pullback into the 53.50 area. If that should occur, I'm going to look for a buy opportunity. Keep in mind, today, Monday, the markets are going to be a little bit jittery because of the geopolitical context that we are in, the environment that we're trading out right now. So we have to apply a lot of discipline and a lot of patience. This is all for right now, and I'll see you in the private Twitter feed. I wish you all have a great profitable trading day, and I'll talk to you soon.